Okay, so this next video lecture is the continuation of our topic about the substantive procedures to audit the asset accounts. So this is the last asset accounts that will be included in the discussion about the prepaid expense. Okay, so here are the list of the typical substantive procedures that is performed by the auditor in auditing the prepaid expense account. Okay, first, here the auditor can vouch any additions to these accounts. Again, vouching is done by uh, using the records, okay, from the books of the entity, and then going through the different source documents, okay, that prove that this transaction did exist. Okay, so here the auditor will examine the insurance policy or miscellaneous and other support for any deposit related to a prepaid expense. So this is to verify the existence and as well as the accuracy of this account. So another is the auditor can also confirm the deposits and insurance from the third party, okay, from the insurance company or other financial institution where this deposit was made. Okay, again, this is to um, verify the existence and correct valuation of this account. So an insurance policy, so this may be confirmed with the company's agent, and or the payments can also be vouched because premium payments with this um, insurance has the document or receipt, okay, that proves that a certain amount was paid, okay, and by whom, okay, and for what purpose does this premium or payment was made. Okay, so this can also be inspected by the auditor. You can use this policy, okay, uh, to determine again the existence and even the valuation of our prepaid expense account. Okay, another substantive procedure is the auditor will also review the disclosures which are required by the standard, okay, for prepaid expense account. So the lack of insurance or even self-insurance on an asset, or if there are inadequate insurance, will not typically result in report modification, although this may be disclosed in the notes to financial statements. Meaning, in this case, actually, insurance for the property or for the entity or for their officers are not a requirement, okay, by the standard. However, for the entities uh, protection as well in terms of loss for these items or property, so they should take, okay, or um, they should pay or have insurance for such items. Okay, if there are no transactions which relates to this matter, then this may be disclosed by in the notes to financial statements by the entity. Okay, so that is for in the case of an insurance as prepaid as a prepaid expense of the entity. So aside from those mentioned, these are the other substantive audit procedures which the auditor can perform in auditing the prepaid expense. First, he can review the adequacy of the insurance coverage. That is, uh, this details can be taken from the insurance policy. Okay, the auditor can also perform analytical procedures to test the reasonableness, okay, of this account, again by using non-financial data. Another is the auditor can also uh, check or inspect the accuracy, okay, of the recording of the transactions related to prepaid expense to determine its accuracy. Next, the auditor will also reconcile the summary schedules with the general ledger, okay, to determine the accuracy and valuation, because again, general ledger accounts and balances are normally forwarded in the financial statements. And lastly, the auditor can recalculate the prepaid portions of the prepaid assets to verify if it was properly valued. Okay, because in this case, there might be an amount which was already uh, have to be transferred to an expense account. Okay, because probably uh, the the item related to it was already consumed or the time has already passed, okay, when this expense was uh, prepaid, and therefore it should be accounted for as an expense account now. Okay, so those are the different substantive procedures that the auditor can perform in auditing the prepaid expense account.